Your traditional chocolate mousse is made with chocolate, sugar, egg yolks, whipped cream. But what if I told you you could make it with just chocolate and water? If you've ever heard one rule about chocolate, it's not to add water to chocolate because the chocolate seizes up and forms lumps. However, the father of molecular gastronomy, Hervé This, figured out that if you actually add enough water to chocolate, that it replicates the same ratio of liquid to fat as whipped cream, you can actually whip chocolate and create a chocolate mousse that is dairy-free using just chocolate and water. Here's how you do it. We're gonna take a chocolate that's really good because remember, the only thing you're adding to this is water. So you wanna make sure you really, really like this chocolate. One important note is that it must be at least 70% cocoa mass, okay? So really good dark chocolate, 70% cocoa, now you can work with that. So let's start by chopping this up into smaller pieces. We're gonna start with about 7 to 8 ounces of really good chocolate. Once that chocolate is all in nice small pieces, we're gonna transfer that to a saucepan. Now putting chocolate into a saucepan is in and of itself a total anomaly. Usually you only ever melt chocolate in a bowl in the microwave or in a double boiler, but we're putting it directly in a saucepan here. Before we melt that chocolate, let's make sure that we have our ice bath ready. To make that ice bath, we're gonna take one bowl, fill it with ice, add equal amounts of water, and fill it about halfway full. Take a second bowl and place that on top. This is going to allow our chocolate to cool quickly as we whip it, and that's going to form our mousse. So in our saucepan, we're going to add about 6 ounces of water. I'm going to turn that on the heat about medium-low, and then we're going to melt that chocolate down. What we've created here is chocolate that has a ratio of liquid to its fat. So we have cocoa butter suspended in water. As we pour that into our ice bath, what you're gonna find is we're gonna beat the air into it, the fat will start to solidify, it'll form a web, and it'll hold the air bubbles that we're whipping in, forming a mousse. So once it's in the ice bath, grab a whisk, get to work. It's gonna take about 5 minutes. Make sure when you're whisking that you whisk all the way around the outside and then bring it into the center. You're gonna notice that dark chocolate start to turn from a dark color to sort of a chestnut color. So before you know it, this has taken on the consistency of a chocolate mousse. Look at that. So you have almost stiff peak, like it would be whipped cream stiff peak stage, and it's a beautiful chocolate mousse. At that point, take it out of your ice bath, remove any ice, we don't need any more water. Then let's get ready to put these into nice little dishes to serve. So now we have this mousse. You can get rid of your whisk. And we're going to spoon this into a piping bag. You can spoon it right into a dish if you have a dish you want to serve it in, or maybe a little wine glass. We're going to go into a piping bag so that we can pipe it in a pretty design into little tiny brandy glasses. So once it's in your piping bag, shake it down to the bottom. Roll up your piping bag and squish everything down towards that tip. Give it a turn and then fill your glass. Now because this chocolate mousse is just chocolate and water, it's pretty intense. A little goes a long way. So If you're not dairy-free, top it with a little whipped cream. If you are dairy-free, top it with a little raspberry. Then get ready to enjoy. So good. Thank you, Monsieur This.